Doris Burke. Sideline, David Aldridge. It's the Orlando Magic taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. So the Timberwolves win the tip. Now the starting group for Orlando. Jimmy Butler is out there with Lewis. Then it's Tracy McGrady. Then there's Howard. And it's Hardaway in at the 1 spot.
Well, he's got moves and counter moves inside. Towns makes the defender pick his poison.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he's been terrific, guys. I mean, the percentage right around 86%. So no doubt he's pleased with that.
That free throw, no good.
Karl Anthony Towns, one of those 5 men that you can play in a big lineup, you can play in a small lineup. Because of the diversity of his offensive game, you can mix his spots on the floor. So important.
He hits the second from the line. McGrady with the ball. Here's Lewis. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Pass to Edwards. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tracy McGrady. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
On defense, Orlando. And here is McDaniel. Russell. And he makes good on the way.
This guy an effortless scorer. Outside, inside, in between. Dynamic scorer is D'Angelo Russell.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
And Howard with the second chance points.
Well, hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just beating everyone to the ball.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Knocked loose. Hardaway with the steal. For the finish. And it's Hardaway with the jam.
And if you want athletic ability, look no further. Hardaway with a stylish jam.
And now another look at that great drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And that's what a coach loves to see in a close game. Just put your head down and make something happen.
Edwards can't hit.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
If it counts.
What muscle from McGrady right there, brushing off the defense with ease.
And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. It's a 3-point game. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
And if you had to point to one problem in that game, it was their rebounding. Flat out terrible.
Well, the numbers back up that assertion, no doubt about it. Sometimes it's about, hey, they've got to get on the glass and make sure they're feeling us all night long. They didn't do that. Well, can we remember the guy's got a 40-inch vertical? I'll tell you, he does his best work in the air, I think.
Outside, Russell. Back to Edwards. And they get it. Not going to go that time. And Orlando the other way now. Here's Hardaway. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Anthony Edwards.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Hardaway taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Hardaway. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Anderson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. Prince is checked in for McDaniel. And it's Noel in for Edwards. Orlando also making some changes. O'Neal's checked in for Howard. Aaron Gordon comes in for Rashard Lewis. And it's Morant in for Tracy McGrady. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
Vucevic checked in for Orlando. McGrady comes in for Hardaway. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first. And it's sent back by O'Neal.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length.
McGrady passes to Gordon. McGrady outside. And the officials have called the illegal score right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Right side, Russell. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one's on Morant.
This guy's a shifty player now. D'Angelo Russell adept at using various speeds to keep defenders off balance.
At the line for 2.
He hits both from the stripe.
What we know about D'Angelo Russell is this guy is a dynamic, aggressive scorer. The key is he's got to extend his minutes playing under control. If he does that, lights out.
Gordon kicks to McGrady. With the putback. And it's put back in by Vucevic. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Here's Anderson. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Magic lead by 3. We've got more in store for you right after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Noel in at the point guard position. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Now here's Hardaway. Defense is right there. Here's Morant. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And going up strong inside demonstrates confidence. Morant not afraid to get physical.
Orlando shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
Boy, Morant's brought a lot of excitement. He almost always makes the night's highlight reel. He is what I'd call an elite showman.
There's the lob to the hoop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. McDaniels with the ball. He's picked up by Morant. Edwards, that's good.
Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that three-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
2 minutes.
Here's Morant. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
They are just killing him on the interior.
And that's life above the rim. Courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Edwards kicks to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Passes to Noel. Jacks up a three, and another three for Minnesota.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
Orlando with the ball. Howard dishes to Butler. Howard trying to free himself up. It's Butler that time on the assist by Howard. Butler's got his second bucket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Noel passes to Gobert. And here's Edwards from the arc. Ja Morant grabs the rebound.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Anderson comes in for McDaniel. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Noel. Then for the Magic, Shaq's checked in for Howard. Gordon comes in for Rashard Lewis. And Tracy McGrady subbed in for Ja Morant. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Orlando leading. Here's Hardaway. Plays it up and makes it in. Hardaway has got 6.
And just fluid off the dribble. Great length to finish. And Hardaway attacking now with purpose.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tracy McGrady. That'll be his second foul of the game. Prince is checked in for the Timberwolves. And a switcher also for Orlando. Vucevic is checked in. 44 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Prince against Gordon. Edwards kicks to Prince. Clock at 4. Ball's knocked loose. Edwards against McGrady. Trying to find Vucevic. Gets it to him. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
It's blocked by Shaq. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Jimmy Butler.
There's 10 seconds left to play in the first half. Edwards can't hit.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
It's stolen by Edwards. And so it's Orlando with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of the points coming right at the rim. Right back after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. The period came to a close with them holding a 3-point lead. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks.
Making their way onto the court.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. We've seen Penny Hardaway really having a great game.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, he knows they're coming for him, but he's accustomed to that kind of attention, and he's quite comfortable dealing with it.
So on the floor for Orlando, they've got Jimmy Butler. Howard is out there with Shaquille O'Neal. Then it's Tracy McGrady, and it's Hardaway in at the point guard. And it's Shaquille O'Neal with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Outside Edwards. Misses the 3.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
So it's Orlando now. 6-point lead. McGrady outside. His 3-pointers off the mark. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Edwards passes to McDaniels. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Noel, he's checked in for Edwards. Orlando also making some changes. Lewis comes in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Morant in for Hardaway. Tracy McGrady on the wing.
2 minutes.
Outside for Lewis. Howard against Gobert. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A shot by McGrady, no good.
I'll tell you, he has looked just a step slow all game, but his teammates, boy, have they come through.
Up it goes, and the Magic lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Russell. And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And a close game like this, you've got to dig deep and just find a way to make things happen.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Poked away. And now Orlando on the break. Floats it up there for Morant. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Russell feeling it out a bit. There's the pass to Noel. Clock at 6. And here comes McGrady in the fast break. Russell with a wide open look. And the 3 off target. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Here's Morant. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
The aggressive nature of Morant, taking initiative and daring the defense to get physical with him.
Shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Gobert. Anderson comes in for Towns. Prince is checked in for McDaniels. And it's Edwards in for Noel. Butler, he's checked in for Orlando. 7-second difference, shot in game clock, and stolen by Russell. Outside Edwards. Morant with the steal. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and Shaq with the slam.
How about the force with the diesel plays? Shaq on attack.
Edwards inside. McGrady covering. They get it again.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
And so it's the Orlando Magic. With a 7-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. Back right after this. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Kyle Anderson is out there with Reed. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. And that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Outside Butler. And stolen by Prince. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Russell swimming. Good work there as it goes.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
It's not going to go for him. Great D that time from Howard. Outside Hardaway. Down low. It's stolen by Edwards. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. And it's sent back by Howard.
Dwight Howard at his best, sending it back.
Lewis attacking, and he jams it with authority.
That pass was about the location, puts it perfectly into the hands of his teammate.
And the Timberwolves call time here. They're behind by 5. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. Minnesota making some changes. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Kyle Anderson. And it's McDaniels in for Prince. And the Magic making a change here as well. McGrady's checked in. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys, I listened in on what Chris Finch was talking about with his players. He said we've got to pick it up right here, right now. If we're going to win this game, we have to take control. This is the time.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Here's Russell, and there's the lay-in. Russell's got 4 this quarter.
Well, the quickness of D'Angelo Russell in transition really puts pressure on the defense.
Here's Edwards. Count the basket. The coach's challenge has been issued. A game like this, down to the wire, is what it's for.
Tracy McGrady. His fourth. Second team foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Hardaway passes to Howard. Magic moving the ball around. Here's Lewis. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And fought hard to make his way to the rim, but give the D credit. Did just enough to force him to clank that one.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Orlando.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
The other thing that jumps out about their performance tonight, the amount of steals, really pressuring those ball handlers. Howard with the timely bucket. Go ahead, big sir.
56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. McGrady against Edwards. Out to the right wing. Here's Russell. It drops. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
You just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
They had a foul to get it there. You'd rather not have it cost your team points.
Shooting for Orlando. Dwight Howard. Taking 2 shots.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker.
Listen, we know Dwight Howard is on the back 9 of his career, but he can still be valuable. This guy is capable of a double-double every night.
And he does get the second one. And that gives them the lead.
Yeah, that's a big miss right there. Now only a 1-point lead.
Oh, they get it back. Towns, no luck.
And really, for some reason, just not a big part of their offense today. Hard to get into a rhythm when you're getting so few opportunities at the rim.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Dwight Howard. 2 shots.
It's the first, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was a huge shot. The difference between a 2 and a 3-point lead at this stage is major.
And the Timberwolves call time. They're trailing by 3. 20 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
Here's Russell. He shoots again. Rebounded by Hardaway. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them do the game.
And no good is the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
And always calm. Penny knows what's needed down the stretch.
He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Here's McDaniels. Offensive rebound. And here's Edwards from the arc. Wow, through the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Mais c'est pas bon ça, 3 lancés.
And it's going to be on Tracy McGrady.
Non mais les gars, c'est pas juste 3 lancés, il n'a pas touché.
So the first of 3 is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
3 lancés, va rester seulement un seul
People are
point.
holding their breath a little, wondering if Edwards can take care of business here.
The second one drops, and that brings them within 2 here.
Plus que 2 points d'écart. Il a encore raté le troisième.
And no good on the third free throw. So he ends up going 2 of 3.
Being the number 1 overall pick always comes with expectations to deliver in the clutch. Standing at the free throw line in just such a moment, Mr. Anthony Edwards, what you got?
And so both free throws are good. It's a 4-point ball game.
Well, this trip to the line should seal the deal. Amazing job.
And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance lane, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific
Ok, ciao les gars, il y a un petit souci avec la manette.